My name's Dan McLean Jr., and welcome to Rhyme and Reason. This time our guests are Arthur Renwick and Jack Connolly, both of whom you'll meet. Yeah, both of whom you'll meet very shortly. Now that you're my everything I could ever desire, now that I'm as smile can be, now that all I ever wanted is holding my hand, now that all wants me, I believe in love again. I believe in something I can't comprehend. I believe in you and me. I'm in love and I want all the world to see. You put a smile on my face that wasn't there before. You put a smile on my face when you kissed me. Now I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Now that all my ever afters include you, now that we are mated, girl, my whole world has changed. Now that all my loving daydreams have come true, I believe in love again, and all the things I thought were just pretend. Je crois en l'amour encore une fois. I've been in love before, but this time I'm in awe. You put a smile on my face that wasn't there before. You put a smile on my face when you kissed me. You put a smile on my face that wasn't there before. You put a smile on my face when you kissed me. Thank you. Thanks very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Connolly has been a very good friend of mine since the second time we met. And he's one of the people that I admire and trust the most. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend Jack Connolly. Go ahead, Jack. Play a tune.
This is a song about love. Will the storm beat down on the windows and doors? It was a mighty wind, oh, the rattle and roar. In the sky a flash, I guess the stars aligned. You came riding through my life in a twisted line, like a lightning strike, like a flash of fire, like the whipping tail of a live wire. Like a blazing sun, blinding light, you shook me up. Like a lightning strike, like a lightning strike, came a thundering sound and a driving rain, and then a tremble in my chest I just can't explain. It was a sudden thing, no warning signs. My heart, well, you turned it wild, yeah. Like a lightning strike, like a flash of fire, like the whipping tail of a live wire. Like a blazing sun, blinding light, you shook me up. Like a lightning strike, like a lightning strike, like a lightning strike. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Some people say this can't be right. Take a level hearted boy, change him overnight, yeah. Walk away, that's their advice. But this kind of love don't hit you twice. Like a lightning strike, a flash of fire, the whipping tail of a live wire. Like a blazing sun, blinding light, you shook me up. Like a lightning strike, like a flash of fire, like the whipping tail of a live wire. Like a blazing sun, blinding light, you shook me up. Like a lightning strike, like a lightning strike, like a lightning strike. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Dan.
So, Jack, let's get right into it, man. Your new album. You just finished recording the new album. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And most of the songs on the album you co-wrote with your dad.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah.
How did that come about, and what's that like?
Well, we've been we've been writing songs for a long time together. And when I was a kid, I tried to write a song. I guess I showed it to him, and he's an author. He's written lots of books and stuff, and we talked about it a bit. And then we had it was somebody's birthday. So we decided to write a song for this person's birthday. The song was called Mary's Song, and you know, we've written like maybe 100 songs since then. So
wow. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, on this album, I'm always curious to know how many songs people write for albums. How many songs did you have to choose from for this album?
There was 50 songs for this
50
record. Yeah.
Wow. And you chose like a dozen?
Yeah, we chose a dozen.
And what about local writers? Are there any local writers that seem to be having an influence on you or seem to inspire you?
Yeah, all the time. Every time I go out, it seems like I get inspired by it. You guys know Rayhan Dalal, right?
Yeah.
Kid named Daniel McKenzie.
Yeah.
He's all right, too.
What about rhymes versus near rhymes? Are they a cop-out?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
If you're a songwriter, this is a big issue. This is...
yeah, it is.
But if you can find perfect rhymes and they mean what you want it to mean, then that's good. But sometimes you get a gift. You get a perfect rhyme that just means something something you were looking for but you didn't know you were looking for. But generally, I don't care, actually, is the answer.
Like bird and turd. Like what could possibly work better together? You don't even have to fight for that one.
Exactly. That's
you
one
don't
of
even
his
have to
gifts.
try. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, why don't you play us another tune, Jack?
Okay.
What's this one?
What is this one?
And do you want to tell us anything about it before you start?
No. This is just a song that I wrote with a friend of mine, and it's about trying to find your place in the world, and it's called Saying Goodbye. Well, my mind's a broken record. I'm playing it over and over again. Saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. And for as long as I can remember, I've heard this voice inside saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. And you can find me parked by the highway on the edge of town, yeah. If I could leave this place, I'd left it somehow. If I asked you to come, would you leave right now and say goodbye? Would you say goodbye? We could stay right here, you could follow me down, or there's a bright light leading straight out of this town. So say goodbye. Won't you say goodbye with me? Well, I can see it in your broken smile. The memories dance where hope has died. From when you were young, from when you were young, from when you were young. It's just a few miles to a better day, where your past won't get in your way, and we can still dream. We got a dream, come on baby, let's dream. And if you'll just take my hand, we'll find a way, yeah. If I could leave this place, I'd left it somehow. If I asked you to come, would you leave right now and say goodbye? Would you say goodbye? We could stay right here, you could follow me down, or there's a bright light leading straight out of this town. So say goodbye. Would you say goodbye? Like everyone else who's left us behind and gone out on their own. I've got hope and I've got a plan, but I can't make it alone, yeah. If I could leave this place, I'd left it somehow. If I asked you to come, would you leave right now and say goodbye? Would you say goodbye? We could stay right here, you could follow me down, or there's a bright line leading straight out of this town. So say goodbye. Would you say goodbye with me? Well, my mind's a broken record. I'm playing it over and over again. Saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Thanks.
Want a water, Jack?
Yeah, love it.
Can you grab Jack a water? Jack, I gotta thank Jack. Jack's got a wicked cold. He called me today and just sounded awful. So thanks for being a trooper, Jack. And
I feel like it gives me credibility. Maybe people think that I just smoke too much before the show. Yes. Thank you so much. Now I feel important for sure.
So
Okay.
what sort of tools do you use when you're songwriting, like pen and paper? Or
Yeah, just pen and paper and a guitar.
Yeah?
I'm not really a rhyming dictionary too.
Yeah?
I got this one with the yellow color cover. It's got coffee all over it.
Nice.
It's perfect.
And when you're writing, how important to you is the first line of the song, the first line that the listener will hear?
Very important. I think it's because this is an important enough endeavor. If you're going to do it, you got to believe it's important enough to feel like you want to arrest people, and of course not forcibly, but that you want to say something interesting right off the bat and get their attention, and definitely. But it doesn't. I'm not saying that every song that I have starts with an interesting line.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are there any favorites of yours? Opening lines?
Yeah, I think the best one I ever wrote was I soaked the car in gasoline down at the gravel pit.
Yeah, that catches your attention.
Yeah.
There may have been some arresting happening for that one too.
Yeah.
Actually. On Jack's most recent album, I guess this is your 4th album you're doing now, Jack?
Yeah.
And on Jack's 3rd album, Bruce played guitar.
That's right.
And I got to sing all the harmonies on the album, and it was just singing together with Jack for me is just a dream. Just a dream come true. We'll do a little bit of singing together later on.
Yeah, singing with Dan is a dream, but singing after Dan, not so much of a dream. All right, you ready?
I think so.
All right, well, my dad got diagnosed with cancer last year, kind of a nasty form of leukemia, and a couple weeks after this happened, we wrote this song together, and it's about how sometimes, no matter what you believe, every thought in the midst of a kind of a crisis like that appears to have more significance than it did before. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Told me I'm still shaking from the news. It's strange how in a single hour life can change your point of view. I never watched for miracles or magic in my day. Now I've come to realize anyone who wishes praise. I've never watched the sky for sentiments profound. Tried to find my answers right here on the ground. The thought of losing you, my friend, sends me reeling through my days. Now I've come to recognize anyone who wishes praise. I'm wary of the righteous, 'cause I just can't comprehend how the cause of love is served by a quickness to condemn. But still I have my superstitions to keep the dark at bay. And with my back against the wall, I hope and wish and pray. face my battles by myself, and I've always got it done. But lately I keep whispering in open, trusting ways. It's just another sign I know. Anyone who wishes, pray. Oh, anyone who wishes, pray. Anyone who wishes, pray.
Jack Connolly. Thank you, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and please welcome Arthur Renwick.
Thank you. Just get into it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What a sight, you right there. Don't move from your chairs. A halo is floating up above. All I want, babes, to feel your love. My high hopes haven't grown so tall. Sometimes they're better off to feel so small. But what else to ask for in this life but peace, love, happiness, and a little less strife? But all those feelings racing round, love is the only thing raining down. All those memories swimming round, love is the only thing raining down. Trying to find my way round that sun again, and everything that I do, it brings me back to you. It brings me back to you. What's fallen down has got to get up. The spirit's brimming your loving cup. So come on over and take me now, 'cause there ain't nothing else matter in this world anyhow. But all those feelings racing round, love love is the only thing raining down, and all those memories swimming around. Love is the only thing raining down, and all those feelings racing round. Love is the only thing raining down, and all those memories swimming round. Love is the only thing raining down. Love is the only thing raining down. Love is the only thing. Love is the only thing. Love is the only thing. Love is the only thing.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Arthur. This wasn't going to be one of my questions, but it seems appropriate. Your new album is called Cigar Box Chronicles?
The Cigar Box Chronicles, yes.
And why? Why is it called that?
A friend of mine builds cigar boxes in Montreal, cigar box guitars, and this is one of them. His name is Lenny Robert, and the name of his business is called Daddy Mojo. And I think Donald Kwan sells some of them here. There might be one left on his shelf, he said. He's thinking of getting some more. But they come in different strings, but they were one of the first sort of blues guitars that were invented in the South. A lot of the black families that couldn't afford to purchase a guitar, they would actually grab a cigar box and build one themselves out of that. And that's how they would first start playing.
Now, my understanding is that it's not built to look like a cigar box. That is a cigar box, right?
Yes.
In a former life, that was a box that held cigars. And they're turned into guitars.
Yeah.
Why were you given your name? Does it have any significance to your family or any significance to you?
Well, yeah, my given name at birth is Arthur Renwick, Jr. So I guess it does have significance in that I'm carrying my father's name. Yeah. But another name that I have, like I grew up in this small reserve in northern BC, and my mother is First Nations, and I have a traditional Haisla name. We come from the Haisla First Nation. And my name is Tulchanoltsmia, which means shiny fish shimmering underneath the water. And it was given to me by my aunt after my uncle died.
And are there any other art forms other than literature that inspire you? That inspire your music specifically?
Yeah, well, for sure. Like the West Coast culture, the First Nations there, it's part of our culture. Like the one thing about Western civilization, I find, is that we tend to categorize everything. Like if you go to art school, you have to take photography, or you have to take sculpture, or you have to take, if you want to do dance, you have to go to a different place and do that somewhere else. Or if you want to study language, you got to study it somewhere else. Whereas in our culture, it's all encompassing and all embracing, like dancing, writing songs, writing music, sharing culture, and making art are all one, you know, and it all feeds into the same culture, and it's just you're around it all the time.
Please play us another song, Arthur.
This is a song that I co-wrote with my daughter when she was 7 years old. She was playing with the walkie-talkie set that I bought for her underneath the table, and was reporting to me how things were down there. and I was sitting there at the table with the guitar, and I got into this little thing, and we just sort of had this funny bantering conversation back and forth, and then I tweaked it and turned it into this little ditty. She sings with me on it in the studio as well, and she does get half writing credit for it as well. This is called Nothing I Can Do. Well, your love spreads light and shines on this heart of mine.
Your love spreads light and shines all of the time. A little girl says, we got good news, you're not singing the blues. An old man says, it's because of you, I'm not singing the blues. And oh, darling, there's nothing I can do but share my love with you. And everybody knows that this big old world is hard and cold. And everybody knows that this big old world is bought and sold. Let's take this love and spread it round, gonna spread it round this mean old town. We'll take this love and spread it round, gonna spread it round, bring the bad boys down. And oh, darling, there's nothing I can do but share my love with you. Everybody's got a lock on their door forevermore. Everybody's got a lock on their door, and a knife in a drawer. But your love spreads light and shines like a diamond mine. Your love spreads light and shines on this heart of mine. And oh, darling, there's nothing I can do but share my love with you. Oh, darling, there's nothing I can. Oh, darling, there's nothing I can. Oh, darling, there's nothing I can do but share my love with you. I'm gonna share my love with you. Nothing I can do but share my love with you.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of my stuff is political. A lot of the work that I do is political. And my work has shown, it's been collected. The National Gallery has a huge collection of my work, and shown in Paris and representing Canada and Brazil. And as well, I showed in Vancouver for the Olympics. So it's something that's been going on for a long time. It's something that's interesting that's happened in the last few years is that when I have a show now, the galleries discovered that I'm a musician, so they've been asking me to perform concerts within the gallery around my work. That started in Brazil, and then it happened in Paris, and then it happened recently in Chicoutimi, and just wanting to keep that going, because to me they do come hand in hand. One musician that I absolutely adore is Tom Waits. I remember hearing this description where, I don't know if it was him or somebody talking about him, said that if you're writing a song, you should be able to lift up that page and all of these objects and things would fall out of the page.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's great.
I remember being a fan of Barfly when that came out many years ago. Mickey Rourke was in that, which was basically a portrait of Charles Bukowski. And I read a lot of his books because of that. And a friend of mine turned me on to him back then when I was in college. And another visual writer, like, that really was able to describe the insaneness of humanity in a very interesting way. It's a drinking song.
Well, I live above a bar in a cheap hotel. To me it's heaven, to you it's hell. You like my words, tell me I'm a star, but the home you live has got golden bars. I take a drink from anyone I meet. I'll be checking out woman by looking at their feet. Gonna find me a girl with all of her teeth. We're gonna ball all night and gonna yell and gonna scream. Then we'll drink and sing the same old song. What we are doing ain't so wrong. Gonna drink and sing the same old song. We'll do the Bukowski all night long. I ain't held a job in about 10 years. I've given up on love, I've given up on fear. I like my whiskey, bourbon and wine. Never ask questions and never ask why. I got blood on my clothes, I don't care. I could hit you in the mouth if you stare, and we could take it outside, have ourselves a ball. But I'll punch you so hard it will make you crawl. Then we'll drink and sing the same old song. What we are doing, it ain't so wrong. Gonna drink and sing the same old song. We'll do the Bukowski all night long. Accordion solo. I live above a bar in a cheap hotel. To me it's heaven, to you it's hell. You like my words, tell me I'm a star, but the home you live has got golden bars. And we'll drink and sing the same old song. What we are doing, it ain't so wrong. Gonna drink and sing the same old song. We'll do the Bukowski all night long. It's okay to sing. Yeah, we'll drink and sing the same old song. What we are doing, it ain't so wrong. Gonna drink and sing the same old song. We'll do the Bukowski all night long. Louder, it's therapeutic. Yeah, we'll drink and sing the same old song. What we are doing, it ain't so wrong. Gonna drink and sing the same old song. We'll do the Bukowski all night long.
Yeah. Thank you for singing. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Renwick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur.
darkened night, a cold wind blows, breaches walls in the depths of my soul. It knocks me down, I try to get up, but it's easier said than done. I once lost love, the years have been long. The memories of her and her touch remain strong. And I lay down at night, I try to forget, but it's easier said than done. Till the pale light of dawn and colors the blinds with the blood red of the sun. And sometimes I feel I'd be better off dead, but it's easier said than done.
The bottom of this well is dark. It's irresistible. And it's dangerous. I may not get out, so please stay here with me. I'm not safe here on my own.
It's easier said than done.
Thoughts rattling in the back of my brain of the good things I've squandered time and again. I should dust myself off and get back in the game, but it's easier said than done. Thoughts rattle in the back of my brain of the good things I've squandered time and again. I should dust myself off and get back in the game, but it's easier said than done. I should dust myself off and get back in the game, but it's easier said than done. I should dust myself off and get back in the game, but it's easier said than done. I should dust myself off and get back in the game.
Part of that lyric I'd been hanging on to for a year or more. And every time I tried to write this song, I wanted to write something that was really honest from a certain perspective about depression. And it just kept getting so dark. I didn't think I could make it palatable. I didn't think I could sing it without it scaring people off. And Arthur brought in what he had, and we added what I had, and it got maybe even a little bit darker than I was thinking, but it just feels very right. Thank you very much.
Care if nothing's right, and I'm alright if something's wrong. All I really care about is everything that will pretend to keep me strong.
Don't know what you see in the truth. Bunch of old facts that never change. And I'm not asking for a miracle, just a few old ideas rearranged. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear in the world of white lies. You know I'm out of answers, and every lie is coming true. I'm walking streets of mass confusion, turning back to you.
Here's to luck and superstition, and knowing wrong from right. And baby, here's to sweet deception, and whatever gets you through the night. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear in the world of white lies. Don't try to tell me that it's my job to change the world. Just spend a day in my shoes. I've got enough on my plate, and to survive I've had to learn. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear in the world of white lies. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Tell me lies I can't believe. Tell me what I want to hear in a world of white lies.
And Arthur, you got one for us to join you on?
Oh, sure.
What can you tell us about this one, Arthur?
Well, as I mentioned, my mother's First Nations, and I went through this stint where I didn't drink for 7 years, and when I say that, people think, oh, he must have had an alcohol problem because his mother was First Nations, but it was actually because my father was Scottish. Anyhow, during that time of being sober, I was struggling with alcohol, and I needed to take a break, so I did. And then one thing about an addiction is that when you get rid of one thing, one addiction, it transforms into something else, and you become addicted to another thing. And I got totally addicted to writing songs. And I would just like hours upon hours, just like all of these, I just had all of this energy, and my brain was just on fire with ideas. I was writing like 3 songs a day sometimes. And that Bukowski song was written during that time when I was sober. It's funny, I was writing all these drinking songs and I was completely sober. It's called It's Gonna Go All Night. Or is it called Come On Over? What does it say on the album? It's gonna go all night. When Mom and Dad went out at night, they'd party till closing time. They'd round up everybody that they'd known. They'd bring them all up to her house. It's in the town, not too far from the bar that's on just down the road. It's gonna go all night. Go see the sunrise. You can come on over.
Just bring some whiskey and some beer. Well, Uncle Joe with his banjo could put on a really great show, and Felix, man, he could sure sing and play. They taught me most of the chords I know and said that if you want to go learn more from us, we gotta stop and say, it's gonna go all night. Gonna see the sun rise. You can come on over. Just bring some whiskey and some beer. Do you solo?
Yes, I can.
My old man would sing, he'd be drunk as a skunk. He'd dust up that guitar and let it wail. With 3 chords that he knew, he'd play them old country blues. And when the neighbors phone to complain, he'd just tell them, go to hell. It's gonna go all night. I'm gonna see the sun rise. You can come on over. Just bring some whiskey and some beer. All right, do another one. Yeah, Jack Connolly, everybody.
Oh, no, I can't.
My brother and I were kids, you know, we go out into that room in our pajamas just to watch a Saturday cartoons. Well, strangers would be there and they'd be passed out in their chairs and the smoke would still be hanging in the air. The phone would ring, my brother Burton and I would answer it and we'd sing, it's gone all night. They've seen the sunrise. You can come on over. Just bring some whiskey and some beer. It's gonna go all night. Gonna see the sunrise. You can come on over. Just bring some whiskey and some beer. All right, here's the chorus for those of you too drunk to sing. Ah-na-na-na. 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 Louder, it's therapeutic. Ah-na-na-na. Ha-na-na-na. 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 It's gonna go all night. Go see the sunrise. You can come on over. Just bring some whiskey and some beer. Woo! Yeah. Thank you.
So we're going to wrap up with a Jack Connolly song. What can you tell us about this, Jack?
Yeah, it's a really happy song about death. And I hope you like it. So why don't you give us some gotta keep moving, gotta carry on. For as soon as I'm right, boys, I'm going wrong. And as soon as I win, I start to lose my head. Gotta keep moving, that's what I said. Gotta keep moving, don't ask me why. You can ask the wind or the moonlit night. And if you get an answer, you can't just let it go. Gotta keep moving, that's all I know. But tell me why do you cry? Why do you suffer and ache inside? Come on and open up your door. You can hear the morning roar. The future is as open as the sky. Gotta keep moving.
Gotta keep moving.
Come what may.
Come what may.
'Cause all my pain.
It's all my pain.
So yesterday.
So yesterday.
I don't need tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Well, I got today. Gotta keep moving. Gotta find my way. Come on, Arthur. One more time, man. Tell me why do you cry? Why do you suffer and ache inside? Come on and open up your door. You can hear the morning roar. The future is as open as the sky. Gotta keep moving.
Gotta keep moving.
So baby, here I go.
Baby, here I go.
Maybe I'll be back.
Maybe I'll be back.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, you never know.
We'll meet again.
Meet again.
In the great big soul. Gotta keep moving. So baby, here I go. Let's take that now. We'll meet again. In the great big soul. Gotta keep moving. So baby, here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody clap along now. There, one more.
Thanks very much for coming, everyone. Arthur Renwick. Jack Connolly. My name's Dan McLean Jr. This is Rhyme and Reason. Thank you very much.